This is a practice problem for lesson 8.2, synthesis, decomposition, and combustion reactions. And the question is, how do I predict the products of synthesis, decomposition, and combustion reactions? And then the first question here is a synthesis reaction between calcium and oxygen gas. So what will these two elements combine to make? And the answer is CaO. And I know that there are no subscripts because according to this periodic table, calcium has a charge of +2 and oxygen has a charge of -2. And to determine their phase notation, I know that ionic compounds and or metal oxides are always going to be solid. And in terms of balancing, I write out how many of each element there are on either side of the equation. And I find that they're not completely balanced in terms of oxygen. So I have to multiply the right-hand side by 2. And then I cross these values out and correct them. So now there's 2 calciums and 2 oxygens on this side, but only 1 calcium on the left-hand side, so I have to multiply that by 2 as well to get my final answer of 2 calcium plus oxygen gas equals 2 CaO. The second problem is a decomposition reaction in which I have to determine what cobalt bromide turns into. So it's going to break into 2, both the cobalt and the bromide. Also, bromine is a diatomic atom, so I know that that's going to be 2. And in terms of subscripts, cobalt is a transition metal, so it's going to be solid. And bromine is special, and it's going to be a liquid. Looking at these, I can write how many there are on either side. And it's already balanced, so that's the final answer for that one. Now to combustion. Combustion reactions are always between a hydrocarbon, in this case, and oxygen gas, and they always form CO2, which is a gas, and water vapor, which is also a gas. So now all I have to do is balancing. So there's 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, and 8 oxygens on the left-hand side, and 1 carbon, 2 oxygens, and 2 hydrogens, and 3 carbons on the right-hand side. So now I have to multiply this carbon dioxide by 6 to balance out the carbons, but that also affects the number of oxygens, which now changes to 13. So now I also have to change the number of hydrogens as well, so I multiply that by 6 to form 12 hydrogens, but my oxygens are now changing again to now become 18. So now I have to go to this side and I have to figure out, I have 6 oxygens over here and, oops, I forgot to correct that carbon. I have 6 oxygens over here and 2 right here. What do I have to multiply this oxygen by, because the rest of these 2 are balanced, so I don't want to affect these. What do I multiply this one by to make 6 plus this equal 18? And the answer here is going to be 6. So this is now 18, and this is our total balanced equation.